welcome back to my channel, and here is my brow lamination video. I did this myself, found this kit on Amazon. It's linked below. If you want to try it yourself, try with caution. If you have sensitive skin, read the directions carefully. I read the directions, I know my skin, so yes, you're just gonna see how I did this and kind of my thoughts through the process. So the first thing you're going to do is clean your brows. I'm just literally following their directions. Since you're applying a chemical to your face, you want to make sure you're doing it correctly. So I'm just using a makeup cleanser, micellar water. I think it's the Garnier brand. Everything will be linked below. And then you're going to go ahead and use the it's hard to see, but it says the perm/lift glue, and you're gonna apply that in sections. On the directions it said apply to the first third of your brow, and then use the Y tool to comb into desired direction. So that's what you're going to do. It's in the same kind of type of tube as like a lash glue, and that's kind of what it reminded me of, but it's not like lash glue. It was way stickier, a little bit thinner consistency, and when it dried, it was like it wasn't going anywhere. Like your brows were staying there. So I brushed it all through the brows with that brush applicator, and then the Y combing tool. It's a plastic combing tool, really fine, like teeth. The teeth on the little comb were really close together, so it really got you could really get into your brow hairs and comb them up into the direction that you wanted. So I did each brow in 3 sections, and I'm just on the tail end now, as you can see. And it's getting really hard now, especially to the front of the brow. The section that I did first, I can barely move that, barely comb through it. And so now let me tell you, okay, girls that have had relaxers before, this, I promise you, this is what it smells like. I got like just for me kit vibes from the smell. So I could tell like this was the chemical that was laying my brow hairs. So I guess essentially it's the same concept, the same type of process to your brows is what like how relaxers work. So I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. So you're brushing this basically all through your brows from the root to the tip, and this is what is laminating your brows, aka straightening your brow hairs. So that's what you're doing. You're brushing them all the way through. This is the solution that is doing it, and the glue essentially is just getting them into place. So then it says you're going to cover your brows 10 to 12 minutes, and some honesty here, I don't know if I was scratching my face, scratching my brow, but one was burning. Again, I got the way back in the day when I was a little girl, hair relaxer vibes. One of my brows was burning a little bit. It wasn't anything unbearable. I checked and looked. Low-key, I was afraid that maybe my brows would just wipe away a little bit, but no, it was fine. My brow was fine, but I just want to share with you guys, just so you know, there was a slight burn on one of the eyebrows, so I'm assuming it's because maybe I scratched it, or maybe there was a tiny cut I didn't know about or see. And then so now, this next step 4, you're applying this setting lotion. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe this is like the neutralizer in like our relaxer kits. I'm not exactly sure what this is doing, but it's called the setting lotion. So it's doing some kind of setting. So you're just applying this. I didn't feel any type of, like stinging or burning for this step. And just FYI, the first step, when I felt the sting, it was just one brow and it wasn't too bad. But you guys have to be the judge if you think this is something you can do on your own, or if you want to go to professional. But I just want to share, just so you guys know. So I apply this, I didn't feel any stinging, and you wait 8 to 10 minutes. and I was looking at my brows because like my brows were, you know, pretty full. They're not like really crazy curly or anything, but to see how they look now, it was like, whoa, like literally every hair was straight up. I was like, what? And so now the next step is just to wipe it all away. So I did that, and after that I also wiped with a baby wipe, because I just wanted to really make sure that the area was clean. And this is a close-up. Like, that's crazy. Like, my eyebrows look crazy, but it definitely worked. And then this is the cleanser. Again, this was a little kit. It was under $45, so they don't give you large amounts, but I would say it's enough to do your brows. The tubes were big, so I definitely could do that, but the cleanser and the keratin conditioner, they were really small amounts, so I'm gonna look into see if I can buy bigger bottles of those. But anyway, this is the cleanser I'm just applying to my brows. Yeah, and they look a little scary, but I was just rushing through them. I was just kind of in awe, like, wow, they're really straight, they're really flat, they're laminated, like they're not moving. And I wanted to brush down the ends a little bit, but they just looked, and they kind of looked darker a little bit, like shinier, and that kind of is the same thing that happens when you relax your hair too. Your hair has a sheen to it at first, like a shine. So yeah, I was just really looking at my brows, brushing through them in amazement, really. Just really shocked. And then I said, let's do a whole brow makeover. So then I just really made sure my brows were clean, no oils, and I wanted to tint them. So that's what we're doing. If you want to see an in-depth video of me showing you all of the things that came with this kit, because I don't think I show you guys everything or go over each step carefully, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments. But here you'll just see I'm taking one of the capsules. Each capsule is supposed to be one application, but I could do half a capsule. I just do my brows. I don't like, some people use this to also tint their lashes, but one capsule is more than enough for one application. So I am just mixing the capsule with the developer. I'm gonna mix it up really well, and then I'm gonna apply it to my brows. You will not see me apply it to my brows, but you will see once it's been sitting on my brows after a few minutes, it has dried down a little bit, and that's when you'll see the final results of my brows. But I just thought I'd add this in there, you know, do a full brow makeover video. And if you have not seen my brow grooming video, I will have that linked below and right here on screen, so you can watch that brow grooming video yourself. And these are the final results. So you can see I have the color on my brows. And another FYI, where I had that burning when I applied the perming lotion, when I applied the dye, same thing happened. There was a slight burn. It was only one brow. It was the right brow. So I'm guessing 9 times out of 10 is because maybe I scratched my brow earlier that day, or there was a little cut I didn't know about or see. But yeah, there was a little burn with the dye, but other than that, my skin wasn't irritated and I didn't experience anything else. And I am finishing editing this video almost about a week later, and there's been no scarring, no other reactions, so I'm happy with this kit. And the last thing that was in that kit was a keratin conditioner. I'm not exactly sure what's in it. I'm assuming keratin, but also maybe like a thicker oil. It kind of felt like castor oil. Definitely some type of thick oil. I'm gonna go with castor oil because that also helps promote brow growth, well, hair growth in general. Castor oil, we know. So I'm assuming that's one of the main ingredients in it. So I applied that all over my brow. I think I applied a little too much, and then I wiped it off, and this is the final results. I hope you guys like this. I'm recording this voiceover while my 1-year-old's sleeping, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know if you want that full brow tinting video. Check out my other videos, and guys, stay safe. See you next time.